Before I can play big, I've got to build the bankroll. That's what this strategy is all about today. Starting patient, playing smart, and stacking up enough house money to let me open up the bets without dipping into my own pockets. Once I hit my target of $180, that's where the real fun begins. Casino craps. It might look complicated, but at its core, it's a simple game. Roll the dice, bet on the correct number, and win. Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I am a craps fanatic. My job, to teach you the game, to teach you the math and some strategies, and with a little luck, you can color up. Today's strategy is part of my Dice Advice series where viewers submit strategies and then I test or roll them out here on Color Up. This one was sent to me by George H, and he calls it his bankroll builder. And his goal with the strategy is to build a profit of $180, and then he moves over to his, I believe he called it the ATM machine, George's ATM machine strategy. I may or may not get to that point, but I'll explain it at least or mention it. But he actually submitted 2 strategies. We'll just see if we can get through this first one and actually get that profit build up. All right, we're going to start off with a $100 bet on the don't pass. Now you win with a 2 or 3, you lose with a 7 or 11. If you lose, he brings, I should mention, a $500 bankroll. If he loses that bet, he's going to go ahead and go to a $200 bet. If he loses at $200, remember he started with 500, he's only got 200 left, he'll just follow it up with a $200 bet. So if he gets knocked off 3 times on the don't, he's done for the day. Now if he doesn't win or lose on the comeout roll, he's going to establish a point. From there, he's then going to bet $60 or $30 each on the 6 and 8. Now, if the 7 rolls, we would lose 60, win 100, we profit $40. If the 6 or 8 rolls, they both pay $35. So we'd get $35 each time they hit. So ideally, we hit a couple of these, then the 7 rolls, so we've collected some, and then get another $40. And that's how he builds his bankroll. So that's the situation if we get a point on the outside numbers. But what happens if we establish a point on the 6 or 8? Now, even though you're the favorite, he doesn't like to bet against the 6 or 8. So he will then just pick up his don't pass and make a don't come bet. Now the casino allows you to remove your don't pass bet. Why? Because once the point's on, you're the favorite to win. So he's removing a favored bet and then going to the don't come where it's a big underdog again. I've made videos why you should kind of never do that, and maybe I'll explain that in a minute. So the pass line and the come bet is the opposite. Once a point's established, you're the underdog, so the casino won't let you remove it. That's why those are contract bets. Don't pass, don't come, you could remove anytime you want. George, he moves it to the don't come and tries to establish another number and get a more favorable point. In that case, again, let's say it moved behind the 5, he would then go back to his normal strategy of placing the 6 and 8 for $30 each. Now let me quickly show you why I would never move a don't pass bet. If it goes to the 6 or 8, or any number really, and you don't like that number, just make a place bet to cover it. So in this case, if we made a place bet of $90, we're in a no-lose, and we can only win in this situation. If the 7 rolls, we would lose our 90, we would win 100, we've got a profit of $10. If instead the 6 rolls, we lose 100, we get paid 105, we have a profit of $5. The only problem with this strategy is if that's kind of a break even and then we bet our 8, now we've kind of limited to only winning $35 on our 8. So I understand why he does that. I'm just not a big fan of ever removing your don't bets. So don't pass or don't come, $30, 6 and 8, try to get $180. Why $180? Because then he moves into his next strategy, and it's real simple. It's 160 across all the numbers. So that's the $25 level. And then he's going to bet $25 field. A hit on all of our numbers except for the 3 and 11 will give us enough in winnings to press all of our bets up by 1 unit. So we would go 32 across all the numbers and press up our field. Now that's what he does with $180. You could do whatever you want. So I don't want to go into a whole lot of detail, and I'm not going to roll that out. But again, he covers all the numbers, $25 level and a $25 field, and he's hoping for the monster roll because it again is on house money or casino profit. I guess I should put that disclaimer out there. I've used the term house money, and really house money for us players is we're talking about profit. So it's not money we brought or coming out of our pockets. we call it house money because it's winnings that we've taken from the casino. Now, technically, that's not the case. It is your money. You have your money out here at risk because you could take that money, put it in your pocket, and go home. You are risking your money, but it takes a little sting out of it when it's a profit that we've run from the casino, and that's why we call it sometimes house money. So let's go ahead and roll out the bankroll builder and see if we can do step one, which is to get that $180 in profit. All right, we have a $500 bankroll. That's essentially his stop loss because that's all he brings to the casino to play this with. I'm going to start out on the don't pass. New shooter. Here we go. Let's see what happens. 5 will be our point. 5 is the point. We have a don't bet against the 5. We'll throw in this 100. Dealer, we want $30, 6 and 8. So we'll get 40 and change, and he'll set us up here. 30 each, 6 and 8. Let's roll a few of those before Big Red shows. There's one of them. There's an 8. So 30 pays 35. We're just going to rack it up. There's an easy 8. Making it look easy, right? Win 35. And there's the 7. But we don't care. We lose 60 and we win, well, we win a black chip, but we win, that's another $40. We lose 60, we win 100, that's another $40 in profit. So there's 4. Well, there's 5. There's 75. We're a little short of our 180 goal, but we're doing okay. So we'll start off with don't on the new shooter. And let's do it again. 10, easy 10. That should be a good one for us. You never know. All right, let's throw in $60. Dealer, give me a 6 and 8. There's a 9. I thought that was the 10 for a second there. 7. No problem with the 7. We win 40 bucks. We're building a bankroll. Well, I wouldn't pay out this way. They would just pay you in a black. So you win a black, but essentially you're winning 40 bucks. All right, 7 out, so new shooter. So we have our 5. We're getting closer. Oh, 7 on a come out though. We forgot to have our don't pass down. 7 on the come out, we would lose our don't pass. And he would follow it up with a $200 bet. 5. It's a real killer if you'd roll 2 come out 7s. Okay, we're on the 5. Let's go. I think we have the change here. No, we don't. A little short, so let's throw in a black chip. Dealer, give me $30, 6 and 8. So we'll get 40 and change. And we'll get set up here. Now we really want to avoid this, but a 7's great because we'll be okay. There's the 5. Down comes the don't. This might be the shortest video. And the puck will go off. Now same shooter. I believe he says in his notes that he waits for a new shooter. Just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to wait for it, but he does come up with his final don't. And yeah, we'll go from there. Mathematically, it doesn't matter. Wait for a new shooter, same shooter. It's always the same chances of the bad number rolling for this first number. But here we go, same shooter coming out. And that's why he waits, I guess. So down comes the don't, and essentially we would be over. So what do we have here? 100, 25, 150. So that's not real great. We did not build our bankroll. We actually shrunk our bankroll from 500 down to 150. Just for the sake of this video, though, I am going to re-roll that. So we took a loss there. I'm going to give the player, he's going to get a marker, sign for another 500. and we'll give this another go. All right, technically same shooter, but here we go, coming out. We're starting over. 6 the hard way, 6 hard. So this is good because it shows what he does. He doesn't like the 6 or 8, so he's going to take his don't pass, move it to the don't come. He's got to go through that gauntlet again, but he would prefer that to get a better number. And we got a great number mathematically. So this will move behind the 10. Now we're going to throw in the 100 to get our 6 and 8. So we'll get 40 and change. Set up here the 6 and 8. All right, same situation. We want to roll some 6 and 8s, and then the 7. We got to avoid the 10. There's the 7. Okay, not the end of the world. We lose 60. This will come down and get paid. We win $40 there. Puck will go off. $100 for a new shooter. Six easy, same situation. He doesn't like the 6. He'll go ahead, go to the don't come. And there's the 7, didn't help him. We're gonna lose our don't come because it loses 70-11 in there. Puck's gonna go off. And we're going to, well, because we never established, if you establish a point, you just restart at 100. But we didn't get it established, so I guess we bump it up to 200. And we're going to have a new shooter. Here we go. We're out on the 5. And we'll have to throw in this black. We'll get 40 and change. And we'll get set up here. Here we go. 7. Okay, we're going to build the bankroll slow, I guess. Oh, except for we won a little more because we win 2. So we lose 60. We win 2 back. So we got our original 100 back, and then we win $40. So we've got our 5 back, and we've got some green and red there. Puck goes off. So we're okay. We're hanging in there. Here we go. Oh, forgot my bet. 10, easy 10. Hopefully we can easily avoid it. Bad pun, right? Okay, 36 and 8. There's a 5. There's a quick 7 out. These will come down, you get paid 100. That's another $40. So we've got our 520. We're not quite to our profit level. We're going for 180. I should have changed dropped the bowl to simulate a new shooter, but we're out on the hard 4. Throw in that black. Get 40 and change. Set up for the 6 and 8. Hard 8, there we go. 30 pays 35. Another 8 easy, 8 easy. Pays 35. Six the hard way, 6 hard. All right, 30 wins 35. Now if we can roll, there's another 8, we'll take it. If we can roll that 7 now, I think we're at our profit level. Another 6. Well, we'll take 6 and 8s all day. No problem there. Wow, easy 6. I don't know if I've rolled this many 6 and 8s in a sequence before in any of my videos. All right, there's a 5. Okay, take a breather. 3 corrupts. There's a 9. There's a 5, sister number. Give me back at 6 and 8. There's another 3. We're circling around this. I don't like that. There's an 8. There we go. Get back on that 6 and 8. So we win 35. We've won enough. We could probably just take down that don't. And we're still running risk-free. So, but hey, we'll take that. There's the 7. So another $40 profit there at the end. So we win a black chip. Puck goes off. All right, there's our 500. 6, 7, 8, almost $900. So we can definitely move to part 2 of his strategy. And that is $180 working. So on the come out, 150, 160 to the dealer. Dealer, go across for 160. And you're going to put $25 in the field. These are going to be buy bets. Vig's on the win in my casino. New shooter. Here we go. And this is house money, right? This is our money. We could take this and go home. We got a good profit. But he's going to take this and really go for it. So big bets, and he's going to press every time. All right, there's the 5. So we're going to press if we win enough money. So we lose the 5, 25 pays 35. We have to replace the field. We don't have enough to press all of our numbers. So we'll just rack it. Same situation, same problem. We lose the field, pays 35. Sorry, the puck would have came on the 5. We wouldn't have won. Now we hit the point, puck goes off, and we would have got paid. So I got paid one time. Okay, puck's off. Oh no, we said our bets were working. So we would have got paid a second time. We racked 10. We're back in the field. Puck's off. Yeah, he's always working. I mentioned that. I forgot. Hopefully everything's still kosher. Okay, same shooter, here we go. 3 craps. So the 3 and 11 is a little bit of a problem area as well. So you win 30 or 25 and you don't have enough because you need 32 to go across the numbers, 37. And well, we've actually won enough with those 2 5 hits. So let's go ahead and do it. There's their 30. Right, 35. Dealer, go 32 across the numbers. So we'll get 3 and change. And we'll bump everything up. Shouldn't change anything there. And we'll bump up our field bet. All right, here we go. We're still looking for a point. 7 on the come out, so down it comes. So we were hoping for the big roll with that house money or profit. 7 on the come out, so these are all going to come down. Same shooter. Now we have our original, but we don't have $180 to risk it and go crazy. So we would just start back over, building our bankroll until we get back up to 180. So let's give it another shot, see if that actually works out. I just thought of something. Remember that first bankroll we lost through? So overall, we're not. Okay, 6. We don't like the 6. He likes to go through the don't come. I just hate facing that 7 again, but it worked out there. Much favorable number. Charles behind the don't. So we got 30. There we go. $30 each on the 6 and 8. Gotta avoid the 4. There's an 8. Piece 35. Long roll is a 5. Another 8, easy. 30 wins 35. $8 easy. 35. Oh, nope. Hit the 4. Down comes the 4. And it's an interesting situation because we're in the middle of the point. So would you pull down and keep going? I think we've won enough hits. We can just kind of ride it out because we probably won 3 hits to cover that 100. So I would think that he would restart with a new shooter. Let's try it. Rack this up. Not sure, because it's kind of like a unique situation. I'm going to, would you go back on, well, you'd have to come on the don't come because the game's in session, or just wait for a new shooter or this game to resolve. I'm going to waste some rolls here. 8 hard. I haven't rolled a 6, have I? I think it was a bunch of 8s. There's the 6. Puck goes off. Same shooter, and I guess we would go at it again. But I think we'll just end it right there. I think you get the gist of how it works, how to build a bankroll. We saw it build. Well, we saw it get crushed at the first time. Now we saw it build. We got up to the 180. And you can do whatever you want. That's what he likes to do with his 180. But we are at our original 500. So we're going to walk away with a little profit here if we ignore the first time. Right, 100, 25, 150, 175, 200, 225, 230, 238. So the first time we lost 350, this time we won 238. So definitely, and we had that one shot with the 180 profit. So that's the bankroll builder. What do you think? However you like to play. Until next time, good luck on coloring up. If you're enjoying my videos, consider supporting the Color Up channel by joining my club, the Color Up Club. It's an awesome community of craps enthusiasts just like me, and I also give out some free swag. So check out my website, colorup.club.